Has Atiku formally left the PDP? This is a question I want to ask all of us today. Honorable Tajudeen, a former federal legislative member under the People's Democratic Party, sat down with Shin of Channel Television today, and they talked about the issues in the PDP, the issues of zoning the presidency to the south, and that a new group formed within the PDP, which he is a member of, wants the zoning of the presidency to the south. And he blamed Atiku for the problems in the PDP. He also alleged that Atiku has left the PDP to join the coalition of parties that wants to stand against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, we all know where all this whole issue of concerned PDP members are coming from, because those concerned PDP members, they met also today. The likes of Autumn Wike, the former governor of Enugu State, former governor of Abia State. The only person that is not there that was part of the G5 governor was Makinde, because we all know that Makinde has fell out with Wike recently. So let's watch this interview, very, very explosive interview, and we'll meet at the end and conclude in what has been said and has not been said about Atiku, about the coalition, about Peter Obi, about every other person that is involved, also about Wiki as well.
How honorable is it, and morally is it also for you to be working against a party and organization that you belong? Is it not honorable for you to step outside of the party if you do not agree with it? Those who work against the party, are they honorable?
I will work out of the party if I don't feel convinced about what happened in the party. But if I discover that I'm not comfortable and I don't want to leave the party, I'll work for whoever emerged. However, equity. You are not supposed to be speaking equity. You must come to equity with clean hands. Did those who said some people worked against them, worked for the party, all true? Nasarawa, Adamawa, and even me seated here. Did those who on the other side worked for us in our election? The fact that the G5 had the godly temerity to step out that if you don't do this, we won't do this, does not mean that they are the one that worked against the party.
Is it honorable for you for them to have worked in the party and worked against the structure or the party?
If they pretend to be working for the party and work against the party, it's dishonorable. But if they told you from day one, it's honorable.
So they were right.
They told you that they will not work for you if you don't do this.
And they worked against the party.
So why won't you? Okay, hello. What is the big deal if you had the presidential ticket in the north and they now zero their demand to national chairman, zone to the south? Is it that too big to win an election?
So you blame this on Atiku Abubakar and the rest who did not concede
there's nothing like the rest.
Exit of Yosha.
I blame it on Atiku Abubakar, not on the rest. There's no rest. He was the candidate. The onus fall on him to do everything to make the party win. Whatever any other person does is to support his effort.
So were you surprised when the former governor of Delta State now exited the party at the end of the day?
He said, it's not that he just exited the party. So I regretted accepting the VP. It's volume. Atiku Abubakar was the vice president of Nigeria in 1999 to 2003. By our understanding, will naturally emerge as presidential candidate of the party. He fell out with Obasanjo. He didn't get the ticket. And found solace in the ACN. 2019, when he came back after walking out of PDP in 2014, when there was even a narrative or behind the scene conclusion that after Jonathan, he could emerge. But he couldn't wait. He went to APC, lost the primary in APC, stayed with APC for the general election. APC won. 2019 he came. We donated out of magnanimity. We accepted him back, and he became presidential candidate of the party. And Obi became his VP. 2023, he lost Obi to Labour. How? I've heard a lot of narrative how Nation Wike's ambition was the reason why Obi left. Coach me. Obi left because Atiku could not guarantee his VP-ship. Atiku openly told Obi that I will pick one of the serving governors as VP. When we form government, we'll see what we can do. Because he was so convinced of that promise from the so-called power that be in the villa. So Obi left. We're at the point of purchasing for proposition election in PDP, primaries in PDP. That's what he told Obi. Obi left. So he could not sustain the relationship with Obasanjo. He could not sustain the relationship with Obi for 4 years. Okowa came on board in 2023. He could not sustain a relationship with Okowa for 2 years. It speaks volume of the kind of person he is.
So if he had used or picked Nyesom Wike as a running mate, would the result have been different?
Definitely. Let's even leave this on Wike. If he had not bungled the Obi relationship, if Obi had remained in PDP and he picked Obi as VP, I assume I'm not God, they would have won the election.
That's 6 million plus another 5 million.
It might not be a 6 million vote because you are.
It might be about 12, 13 million or thereabout.
Thank you. But how can you throw away, a block? Obi represented at that time the Southeast agitation for presidency. So if you had kept Obi in the party, so Nyesom Wike and what have you coming as an issue now is because I tell people the Obi movement became viral, become potent because Wike lost in PDP primaries, Osibajo lost in APC primaries, and Nigerians were looking for something different from the usual.
So if PDP does zoning to the south, and your group is saying you need to make, as a matter of urgency, make a proclamation about the zoning now. That's what your group is saying. If that happens, what about the North, who will say, wait a minute, Bola Tinubu has spent 4 years. You guys, is the PDP going to say we are going to do 4 years? Or how do you balance it? What do you tell Nigerians to say, oh, vote for us for another 8 years so that we can, South would have done 12 years?
From there, we move into the policies and the achievement of the government. I will begin to postulate why PDP is better than the APC. But when you fail ab initio from the foundation, it becomes difficult. You can't build on nothing. If you are saying, okay, let's concede to your argument. Okay, when you now pick a northern candidate, what do you tell the South? Oh, South, don't worry. He will do 1 term and give to you power. It's not serve as
the proponents and those who say that zoning in the PDP is not a national thing. It is a party thing. Just for a moment. And when that was crafted in the party, it was believed based on what goes on in the party. That the last time the party had sway at the center was Jonathan. And the next available zoning in the PDP is to the north. And those were those who supported the zoning to the north, or Atiku Abubakar's candidature in 2023. And that's what it's saying.
No, 2019.
Yeah. Even 2019 was ordinarily making sense because in any case, a northerner is still the president. But what do you say about 2023? When a northerner would have spent 8 years. And that was the argument that I had on this program. Those who are in the PDP and supporting Atiku Abubakar will tell you that forget APC. We are not APC. We are focusing on the PDP. What do you say to that argument?
The moment principles, policies are defined solely for a man's ambition, a man's desire, it becomes dangerous and most time calamitous. If Atiku could walk out of PDP in 2014, based on the fact that the power should move to North, went to APC, he didn't get the ticket. But based on conviction that power should go to the North, he remained and supported President Buhari to emerge. How come he still feels that in 2023, he should remain in the North?
Do you think he will still remain in PDP because he was working with a coalition?
He's out of PDP. He's not in PDP.
Oh, really?
He's in coalition.
Oh, Atiku has left the PDP.
He has left. Forget what they're saying. He's in a coalition with a lot of people. But however, we'll wait and see what the coalition takes. We will remain. We will remain because we have a conviction that people were in ACN, APP. In 1999, APP and PDP were reasonable at looking like a par. But before 2003, PDP was already robust and seriously had an edge. By 2007, 2009, PDP had almost 30 states, about 29. And some people still remain in their party.
But if you say that Atiku is ideologically out of the PDP, so who then is the other arm of the PDP that is? Because it is believed that it is Atiku and Wike.
No, we see, let's leave Wike. Because
there
are a lot of
those
people
who believe that the factors.
Let me clear this.
Controlling
there are
the
a lot
party.
of people who naturally will not be with Wike if the Atiku issue is not on the burning field. There are a lot of people who naturally will be purely PDP.
But ideologically, they are forced to be with Wike.
Because they are forced to be with people because become a rallying point to challenge that dysfunctionality that Atiku represents.
So, but if Atiku is out of the scheme now, like
scheme,
so who is there now that is
zone to the south?
No, I'm saying that who is the factor outside of Atiku? Is there another person that is holding sway outside of Atiku? Since Atiku seems that
Wike became a factor as a governor. Are they not governors today?
So, it is the
Are they not governors today?
Is it a Bauchi governor?
Are they not governors today in a party? What makes you think that? Just let's do the right thing first. Obi, before the last election, how many of us believe that I could pull 6 million votes?
But
how many of us believe?
Is PDP able to use Peter Obi?
If today PDP is zoned to the south, I have a conviction Obi will be more comfortable to remain in PDP, to come to PDP. But if it's not zoned, and the dynamics and the dialectics of primary is allowed to play, he might not, just like he moved when it was not zoned, and it was not guaranteed of a VPship. So what we are saying, do the right thing first. Let me tell you something. No politician on his own has the capacity to win an election. It's a donation of goodwill. I've won election 3 times. I lost my last election. Not because I was popular and this good, but people donated their goodwill, a collective goodwill, make you win election. So this idea of making it as if it is not Mr. A, we can achieve it. Zone to the south and see what will happen. But if you continue this trajectory and continue to, progress in error, we are postponing the doomsday.
All right. Honorable Tajudeen Yusuf, former member of the House of Representatives and a member of the newly formed Concerned PDP Stakeholders Forum. Thanks so much indeed for the time. I appreciate it.
Okay, I think it was a good interview, a nice interview. Tajudeen has spoken his mind, he has spoken his opinion, and has also spoken the words from his group, the so-called Concerned PDP. And I think when he was speaking as well, he laid a lot of assertion that it wasn't because of Wike's ambition that made Obi left the PDP. And it was because of Atiku's willingness to guarantee the VPship to Peter Obi. That was why Peter Obi left the PDP. That is one. Then he also blamed Atiku for the rift in the PDP post the primary election in 2022, prior to the election in 2023. And for also not willing to allow the chairmanship of the party after the primary election to be zoned back to the south, be that he is from the north. So, and also he also said that the concerned PDP wants the presidency. I've said it again. They want the presidency to be zoned to the south. They want it to be zoned to the south this time around. Now, this is a group in the PDP that has been formed recently, and it's an offshoot of the G5 governors. So we know who were the G5 governors. I think it's only one person that is actually, like I said before, that's actually not in that that train again, Sheyi Makinde. Well, because he has fell out with his friend Wiki, and he's not in that friend. So it was a brilliant interview and a brilliant questioning from Shehu. Shehu did right to ask him some questions, poke him some questions. I don't think there is anybody in the PDP now that has integrity, to be frank, in terms of what the leadership of the party is all about. From the NWC to the executive members of the party, I don't think we have somebody with integrity in that party. Everybody is fighting for himself. Everybody is going in for what he feels it is for me. So, and I think it's a shame. It's a very, very big shame that you cannot bring people together to agree on a collective goal for the party and for the country as well. And that is why I feel that in 2027, Bola Tinubu is going to be re-elected. No doubt about it. No opposition about it, because we've seen the number of defections from left to right, from right to left. And this is not really good for our democracy. It will not end there. You will see it cropping up even in the APC. Let's see. Post Bola Tinubu as well, even in 2031, even when Bola Tinubu is in power, you will see this thing cropping up. Because Nigerian politicians don't care about governance. They only care about what goes into their pocket. I'm sorry to say this to the Honorable. He also cares about what goes into his pocket. That is why he's aligning himself with the so-called concerned PDP led by Wiki. But it's a sad story that leaders, people that other people look up to, cannot come and agree on a certain point. Like I asked, has Atiku left the PDP? The honorable member said yes, Atiku is out of the PDP and he has joined the so-called coalition that wants to stand against Bola Tinubu in 2027. What is your opinion about this? What's your take about the video? Put your comments on the comment section below and let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to our channel today. God bless you.